Now, as I understand it, you're spending a year or so going to Airbnbs around the United States.
Yeah, mostly United States, kind of reasonable time zone.
So when you want to book an Airbnb, do you have a trouble getting a place where you want to go, or?
No, there's 6 million homes to choose from, so I've got more than enough options. I don't really say who I am. Sometimes they find out, sometimes they don't. But yeah, I kind of just book last minute. I was in Atlanta, Nashville, Charleston, Los Angeles, now Miami. I need ideas for where to go next.
So when you book on an Airbnb, do you do it yourself, or do you have a team of people that pick it for you?
I do it myself. I gotta see what everyone else is doing. I mean, I always feel like people who build great products ideally are building products they themselves want to use. I also think there's only so many things you see in the data. You have to just have a feel for the product, and so I try to use it as much as I can.
I always wonder who sets the rate. Do you set the rate at Airbnb, or does the host set the rate, and do you negotiate rates?
No, no, no. The host sets what rate. They can charge whatever they want, from $10 to $10,000 a night or beyond. And we have people renting luxury villas that are incredible, like 20,000 square feet luxury villas. And then we have people renting little spaces in their backyard. I mean, we had in 2009, I remember when we first launched, we had people renting spaces under their kitchen table because they kind of thought, oh, it's space, I can rent any kind of space. So it's kind of everything from a couch to a castle and everything in between. And they set the rate, and we basically take 15%.
So when you stay at a place, do you ever call up the host and say, by the way, you're charging too much or charging not enough?
I try to give feedback less on the value, but more on the kind of hospitality. Like sometimes a host will want me to go through some, they'll give me a rental contract because they're used to doing it on their websites. And I'm like, Airbnb is the contract. You don't need to do this. But it would be pretty weird to be a tech founder of Airbnb and saying, hey, I think you're overcharging me. It would just kind of send a slightly weird message. But I try to give them feedback. And we have a review system. 70% of guests and hosts review each other at the end of the stay. So I try to write a pretty detailed review for every host. I try to be positive but honest about the reviews.
But you sign it BC or Brian Chesky?
Brian Chesky. So they know by the time I leave a review who I am. I'd say half the time they know who I am when I book. The other half they don't. I don't want to be a secret shopper where I'm lying to them and then booking under a pseudonym. But I also don't want to tell them who I am, I'm expecting special treatment, because then I'm not going to get the real experience. So about half the time they know who I am, half they don't. But it's a pretty fun experience.